the comments below. It's me, Hartley. I know you've seen me a lot this week. And today I am here with Cory Pinegar. Okay, Cory, give us a little background information about what you do, where you're from, and where you're going.
Yeah, so I'm in Utah, like a lot of people in dental are. And I got into dental because I fell in it. Kind of fell into a job opportunity. I worked at a software company named Weave many years ago when they were much smaller. And I got some really cool opportunities there. And then I was able to work for Weave and jump over to CallForce where I'm at today. But it's been a crazy ride, but it's been a crazier week. Let's be clear.
Yeah, that's definitely true. We keep saying, I feel like in every live, we don't know what's happening. We're just kind of going day by day, minute by minute. I feel like every time I walk away, some other news thing is happening. So we know right now offices are kind of in a little bit of a transition stage with patient communication. And you have some great tools and tips to help them out.
Yeah, and I mean, it's an unprecedented time. Probably it's a really commonly word used right now because we've got not mandates, but recommendations coming out from the ADA, and then we've got certain state mandates coming out about what we should and shouldn't be treating. And what that does is it puts our offices in a super odd situation where you shouldn't be doing most of your elective treatment. And so what that says is, okay, I'm not busy 90% of the day. And so when you're not busy 90% of the day, you're probably making 90% or more or less than you usually are. But these practices are still stuck with significant. When you're not making money and you still got overhead, it puts dentists and business owners in very stressful situations of how am I going to make it? So that's one side. Like, what do? I want to employ my staff, but I can't because I'm burning money. Then we've got this other side of why were we asked as dental providers to service emergency appointments? And the main reason is so that we're not overwhelming our hospital systems right now. The bandwidth that we could get to could be unprecedented. And so we don't want people who could have been treated by a dentist bogging down our emergency systems while we're unsure of what's happening.
Yep.
And so that puts dentists in this interesting position of, okay, do I need staff here or do I not? And how long can I make it while paying my staff? And there's been a lot of really good advice coming out from, unemployment lawyers about what to do. And we're not going to take the advice there. But as a company, we said, what can we do to help dentists right now?
Yeah. Same here with Ultradent. So what can CallForce do to help our dental family, our dental community right now?
Yeah, and so we kind of came back to the question of, okay, we are an answering service and an answering service just for dental practices. And we've been able to work with thousands of dental practices over the years. Wow. And so what we're doing is we're now running out a free trial of our answering service, which we've never done before. And the purpose of it is to say, dentists still need their phones answered because they need to take care of emergencies, but they cannot handle the significant overhead that's happening. And so from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day, Mountain Standard Time, our system is open. And if a patient were to call the practice and no one were there, it would ring through to us. And we can schedule these emergencies. We can engage with patients. We can answer basic questions. We can get the dentist on the phone if needs be. And so that is our goal as a company to say is, how can we help dentistry right now? And it's by reducing their overhead, but also still getting these patients, if needed, on the schedule or in contact with their local dentist.
So you said you can get them on the schedule. Does that mean you have access to their practice management software? Is it all of them? Is it only a select few Dentrix?
So we have access to every, and I really do mean every practice management software. We can schedule in Ascend, Curve, SoftDent, PracticeWorks, EagleSoft, Open Dental, to name a few. And actually, before we begin, because every practice is wildly unique, we sit down for about an hour and we say, how do you handle emergencies? What times were you open before? Let's back that up. And who is our point of contact for this? What insurances are in and out of network so that when our small team who's dedicated to the practice is engaging with the patients, it's not clunky and it's not awkward, but they actually know who you are and when you're open and what the team members' names are, so it feels real and organic.
That's kind of cool. So you can schedule these emergency patients. You said that you can call the doctor.
We can text the doctor. We have a lot of capabilities on what we can do.
That's what I was going to say. So now that the offices are kind of like, we don't know when they're open, we don't know when they're closed, how are you guys deciding when to schedule them? Are you just kind of communicating with the doctor as the calls come in?
And so right now we have been scrambling, if I'm honest, for the last week to figure out how to do that. Because usually you're open from X to Y and it just works that way.
Right.
It's not. So we actually communicate pretty thoroughly with the office on an individual basis. We're asking them to block out their schedule so that we can follow. And in some cases, we are referring it to the dentist and saying, hey, let us get you in contact with the provider. You know, we're going to send him an urgent message right now with your phone number and the situation, and he'll be calling you back in the next few minutes. And so we are scheduling for some practices. We're also just putting them directly in contact with the doctor. It's custom for each practice to fit their best needs.
So it's not a one thing fits all. It's very, whichever one works best for what is best for you right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we've all kind of been avoiding this, but after we open again, it's going to be wild.
Oh, it's going to be insane. I mean, so we have a unique position to look at as a company because we get to see thousands of calls a day and what's happening. And so many people are calling practices right now saying like, I mean, could I get my cavities taken care of right now? Or like, I'm off work, I'm working remote, so I can get away with being gone for 45 minutes. And so we're seeing an unprecedented amount of calls right now of people who want to get work done. And so we're trying to stockpile that information for our practices and say, this is essential, this is urgent, and these are elective treatments. There is so much to be done when we start rolling again.
So can you guys schedule all those appointments that you're actually getting in? I know that, like we said before, we're very neutral on if you're open or if you're closed. It depends state by state. But if they are going to be open in, we'll say 2 weeks. Some are 2, some are a month, some are, we don't know. Are you guys able to schedule those patients at those times? Or are you going to kind of wait to schedule them till we actually know when we can schedule patients?
We're, as a company right now, waiting for a little more. Again, we are Switzerland on whether you're open or not. That is not our opinion to take. We just don't want to be scheduling appointments for the 8th and then to find out in a week that we're looking at the 15th.
Right. Okay.
We saw a mandate yesterday from Oregon come out until June 15th.
This is wild.
Yeah. And so we don't want to be the company that's then scheduling an appointment and having to hop it down a week or 2 weeks or a month. So we're collecting all of that information. Now, as soon as we see light at the end of the tunnel, I don't even know where we stand right now, to be honest. Some days I'm like, hey, maybe this is the bottom. And then I wake up the next morning and we are 5% more down. So we as soon as we see America start coming back to life, we're going to aggressively start putting people on the schedule, but it's just not our call to make, and it's not the right thing to be doing right now.
Agreed. Cory, is there anything else you want to tell all of our followers? If you have any questions right now, please feel free to drop them down in the comments. Let us know that you're here. Hey, Gail, we see you're watching. Thank you. Cory, I know that you are trying to help dentists by offering your service for no cost, right?
Yeah, no cost, no setup fees, no contracts. Like there's a lot of interesting information right now. People saying a trial or this or that. The goal of our company right now is to say dentists have given us the last 3 years, and we've grown tremendously in that time frame. It is our chance and our opportunity to give back. There's no gimmicks. So I can post our landing page after. We can get people set up within 1 to 2 days.
Wow.
We're just trying to do the right thing for patients, for dental offices, so that we all can make it through this time. And we're grateful to work in the dental industry.
Yep. We're a big, huge dental family. It's a dental community. And right now is not the time to separate. It's for all of us to come together and how we can solve this problem. So When we're done, definitely please drop that in the comments so that people can check out your website and sign up. It's a free service. You might as well take advantage of it. It can only help you and benefit your patients, especially if they have an emergency. And Cory, thank you so much for meeting with us today. I hope you have a great weekend.
This was a blast. I don't know what my weekend entails, probably some sitting at home, but we look forward to helping out any dental practice and working as one big family.
Perfect. Okay, thanks everybody.
Thanks for having me on.